everybody. Welcome to a chameleon-filled afternoon. And it looks like we got all sorts of things going on in the chat. Nate, I am excited to see pictures of your Honelli. You need to, I definitely want to include that for my next community, my next community episode. If you are up for sharing your little treasure with the rest of the community. Honelli are rare chameleons, but they're just these little, they are just such cool little live bears. And so that is exciting. And so good Saturday, everybody. Got a lot going on at the Chameleon Academy. So I'm just going to slowly unpack it. Well, okay, I'll just slowly go into it. But we'll look at the chat and see what's going on. Let's see. Nate is working with TUVB fixtures. Hello, Ty. And Joanne, Steve, and Judy. Hello, everybody. By the way, I'm going to answer something online. Oh, Tia from Finland. Hello. And Cinnabee and Marcia. Wow, we got a great people. Oh, James. James. Tell Uli, said hello. Oh, we love Uli. Uli is awesome. So, oh boy, tell her we love her very much. And Nate, I went and looked for the vlog this morning, even though I knew it was there. Yes. Okay, guys, as far as the vlog, things are happening here. Been talking to that wonderful wife of mine, and she said, Bill, okay, these are the things that are laid out in front of you. You got to finish these. And so I am actually going to take a week break from the vlog. I know I can't believe I'm saying that, but there is something that I've got to do. And it is so incredibly cool. And Yvette said, you have to just do it. And so on the prompting of my wife, I'm going to just do it. It'll be really cool. As soon as I can announce it, it'll be really, really cool. I know it'll be worth the wait, but it does mean that I have to dedicate myself to it next week. So I'm going to be I'm going to still do my lives, but I won't be doing the morning vlogs until a week from Tuesday, after Yvette's birthday, March 26th. I will hopefully be back. So I'm sorry. I don't know how I'm going to survive without starting my day in the morning with my chameleon goodness, but it's for the best. It's for the best for everybody. And it'll be really cool when I can show you what it is we're doing. Oh, hey. Okay. Do what you got to do. Enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of hard work. I'm probably working harder than when I do the vlog, but it'll be really cool. It'll be really cool. Liza Ann's at the expo. Hello. Oh, guys, I'm going to have to. All right, Liza, you're going to have to tell us. Well, okay, you're not going to be able to see anything in time, but come back tomorrow for the chore night and tell us what you saw at the Reptile Expo. Let's see. I saw somebody asking. It was Nate, I think, is asking about if anybody has anybody else keep other reptiles. I have a Saharan Eurymastix, blue tegu, and pair Utila Island spiny-tailed iguana. You know what? I should for the first community episode I get for the vlog when I come back. We should do it to where we show off all of our other non-chameleon reptiles. That would be a fun thing. So, okay, I am right now. I want to show you a photo, and I'm going to try to figure out how to get it on here because I just took it. Let's see if it's. I want to show you some. Oh my goodness, there it is. Okay, all right. Let me export this so I can put it in. I want to show you my little, come on. Where is it? Guys, I'm doing it. Just hang tight. Because I want to show you, this is the cutest little guy ever. And I'm going to bring it up here. So just hang tight, please, please. What the heck? What just happened? All right, so it didn't. I'm working on it. I know this is really horrible live show etiquette here. I should have had this. Should have had this already up, but I just got inspired. I need to share this. There it is. Okay, let's see if this works. Ah, come on. Come on, just hang tight with me. In the meantime, oh, there we go. There we go. All right. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Fine. Stop. Later. Stop, guys. All right. There we go. Look at that. That is my captive hatched female Brucessia superciliaris. There's my little girl. She is so darn cute. And we're going to leave her up there for a little while because I love seeing her. Let's see. I'm going to check the chat here. Let's see. Where do you get your screen for your indoor cages? Southern Pacific Exotics. You can get that from any Home Depot. Just look for aluminum screen. See, Marsha Ann has a crested gecko, bearded dragon, and Pac-Man frog. Yeah. Morning with lonely without the vlog in chat, but Yvette is worth it. All right, so we're going to be having the chats, well, except for the weekend after. But yeah, I'm going to be a mess. My schedule's going to be all up in the air these days. Oh boy. Oh, Genevieve, you got a lot there. The Dark Fry. Oh no. Okay, it's going to be. Yeah, finally got it up here. So let's see. Got it. Okay, a lot of people going to the expos. There we go. Does she change colors depending on what she's on? Cindy, no. She is normally brown and mottled colors like that. And she does choose to be on brown things, but she does not change color specifically to match her background. I mean, if I all of a sudden put a black or white or different color brown background behind her, she wouldn't change color. And actually, no chameleon does that. That has been a myth that is deeply ingrained in our culture, but chameleons change color to communicate with each other, to express mood, which is communicating to each other, and for temperature regulation. So that is what they do. Let's see, black charcoal metal screen from Lowe's. Yeah. So yeah, finding screen is pretty simple because so many places offer replacement screen. But now the one thing you want to watch out for is don't get fiberglass. Even though it may work just fine for chameleons, crickets will just eat out of fiberglass. So it's really easy for things to chew on fiberglass and either get in or out of the screen. And it's kind of a pain in the butt for that. Oh, hey, can I do this? All right, good enough. Good enough, because my little girl is the star of the show today. Do veiled chameleons ever smile? No, they don't. They just laugh at you silently, internally. But no, they do not smile. Sometimes they will gape at you. Can chameleons hear? Not very well. And if they do, they're not hearing the way we think about hearing. A number of chameleons buzz, and so that is probably a communication that they do through the branches. But we do not know. They don't have the typical hearing apparatuses like we do. So drawn to these little cams, I'd imagine you need length more than height. Actually, they they want height, and so the standard chameleon cages would do just fine. These little Brachysias, they actually don't haul around on the ground as much as be up in the bushes. So they're just like mini chameleons. In fact, like Brachysia theli is known for being way up high. So these guys are not ground dwellers. I know so often we see them as ground dwellers, and we see them in pictures as ground dwellers, but they're really not. And this one is just there where she is, looking like she's on the ground, because that's what I needed to do for a photo. See, the thing is with her and a lot of Brachysia, they play dead. So they won't grab onto anything. They'll just drop, and then they just won't grab onto it. So if I have her on a stick, it is so hard to get a picture of her before she just drops to the floor. And that's why it's easier to take pictures of her when she's sitting on the floor already. They're a real pain in the tuchus to take pictures of. So, and it's interesting, very interesting to see how a behavior like that can prejudice every picture taken of them. And so the people who are just looking at pictures think, oh, this species lives on the ground. And it's just like veiled chameleons. You get a lot of pictures and videos of veiled chameleons in trees that don't have leaves. And that's because at the end of the dry season, you see them, and so you take pictures. Well, this is not what they want, but the ones that are very comfortable hiding deep inside very leafy trees, we don't get pictures of them. We don't get videos of them because you can't see them. And so we have a whole big, long social media generations thinking that veiled chameleons want to be in dry, arid, leafless trees. No, that's just where we end up taking pictures of them. So we have to be really, really careful when we do, we should call it YouTube research. There's a certain, what do they call, bias in when we get pictures and videos of chameleons. They're only of chameleons who are out where pictures and videos can be taken. And so we lose the real feel for what they want, because if they're hidden, we don't get pictures of them. I can show you a picture of a forest and say, there's a chameleon. Holy cow. Tia's got all sorts of fun stuff. Philsuma madagascariensis. I love that. Rearrange Derpy's cage all night. She'll sleep through it, but if I listen to 90s rap, she shakes her booty. Okay. Yeah, there's like veiled chameleons are the ones who know that that are known to produce low frequency buzzes. So that would make sense. Is that species the most likely to be found in the, although I haven't tried music in chameleons, so I have no idea. I haven't done any experiments. Is that the species most likely to be found in the hobby? Superciliaris or something like that? It's one of the more common ones. You'll find Superciliaris, Therenzini, which looks very much like Superciliaris and is often confused. You will find Theli and Stumpy as well. And there's a number of others that come in, but the Stumpy, Superciliaris, and Theli are the most common. And if you're, and usually I think Stumpy is the one that is usually recommended by the people who do a lot with Brachysia. I've had a number of Brachysia species, but I haven't done a whole lot with them. I mean, obviously I got a baby here, but that was more of, I just created an environment and let them do whatever they want to. And this was they were kept separately, so I wasn't expecting babies, but she must have retained sperm for this one. Hey, Bill. Hello, Kimmy. My female veiled loves rubbing her feet nails on things, particularly her branches, my skin, my knuckles. What do you think it could be behaved right? Rubbing her feet. That is a strange behavior. I do not know. I would have to look at other aspects of her life to try to figure out what's going on there. That's not normal chameleon behavior. So it's a good thing to keep watch and try to figure out just what is she doing. I mean, we've had veiled chameleon panthers. They lick the branch or lick the thing they were walking on, but I haven't heard about rubbing feet and nails on things. Interesting. Yeah. Keep a watch on it and see if there's any other clues as to what's going on. Is there something on her foot that's bothering her? Is there a red mark? Is there red, black, yellow, things that are unnatural? Is there a pattern to when she does it? And all these kind of things that we all look at. So that's not a standard behavior. So you're going to have to look to try to figure out what's going on. Let's see. She doesn't seem to have dermatitis, so I think it's a behavioral quirk. It absolutely could be. I mean, chameleons have behavior quirks as well, just like humans and such. So that's possible. Possible. And if there's nothing else that you can detect that's going wrong, then just keep a watch on it. If it's a behavior quirk, I mean, so be it. And as long as this is the thing that we chameleon people have to do. We keep watch of our chameleons carefully, and we notice changes. And this is why when we go to a vet, our observations are so important, because when the chameleon goes to the vet, it's hopped up on adrenaline, and so is going to be showing the vet a different chameleon than what you see at home. And so the vet should be asking you, all right, what's normal behavior at home? And that's where that's where it's critical for us to have this kind of observation. Hey, Don Quiche, hello. Yeah. How are the eggs doing? Annabellistic. Annabelle, we need to check. Everybody want to check with me? All right. I'm sorry, my wonderful Bricasia. It's time. I need the camera. All right, everybody. It's time for the regular check of the brevicorn eggs. They are still in there, looking good. Even the one on top is looking okay. Slightly nervous because I've been keeping them a little bit cooler than I've usually kept eggs. Now, the warmer you keep eggs, the faster they hatch, but the smaller the babies. The cooler you keep the eggs, the longer they take to hatch, but the larger the babies. So that's just a general rule. But the thing is, if you keep them, there's extremes. You keep them too hot, they're going to die. You keep them too cool, then they're just going to not develop. And so where those edges are difficult to tell. And so I'm a little bit nervous, but I will expect them to take longer than expected. That said, they could be hatching any week now, any month now. So I love having. I have like 2 lives a week, and so you guys are going to hear about it as soon as it happens. Yes, I have 3 lives, but one of them's in the kitchen, and so I don't have the eggs with me. Let's see. Bill, is it normal for a veil to sleep upside down? Give him plenty of hides, leaves, moss, houses. Just want to hang upside down while he sleeps. Greg, no, that is not normal. That said, it is not necessarily a sign that something's wrong. Like we were talking about before, every chameleon has its own behavioral quirks, and this could be your veiled. Now, of course, you want to take a look. Is the branch thick enough? Is the grip strong enough? So just, you don't have to panic because, hey, maybe that's just what your chameleon likes. But go ahead and just methodically go through every possibility. Let's see, is the grip not strong enough? Put them on your hand. Oh, no, ouch, wow, that hurts. So no, grip's just fine. Is the branch too skinny? Perhaps he is prioritizing the location of the branch over the appropriateness of the branch to hang on to. All these things you just run through scenarios in your head. If he's eating, drinking, pooping, then there's no panic situation, and eyes open during the day. So as long as everything else is healthy, you got time to sit and say, "All right, dude, let's figure out what's up about you." And then once again, this is the wonderful thing about being a chameleon, a keeper. You are learning each individual chameleon, their personality, their characteristics, and the more you do that, the more you realize each chameleon is an individual and will do the craziest things. And that's why it's not when you start off with chameleons, you learn about behaviors and you learn the checklist and what they're doing. But once you learn the basics, then you learn what your chameleon is as an individual. Because if your chameleon was sleeping normally for 5 years and then all of a sudden was sleeping upside down, you'd be going, wow, okay, something's wrong, because you notice a change. But if he's been sleeping upside down all his life, you see him sleeping upside down, it's like, nah, that's just him. So we definitely are observers of our chameleon. So all right, my Cam and I are homies. All right, that's good. Okay, Salt Lake City Expo got cork bark, some deep heat lamp, and some dairy. God, dairy cows! Yeah. Let's see. Judy has a female panther that sleeps hanging upside down. All right. Looks like it goes around. You check your Brevicorn eggs. How do they look, Steve? Do you have a date, Steve, as when you think they're going to be hatching? That would be interesting. Love dairy cows. Mine have their own terrarium. Oh, yeah, I love my dairy cows as well. All right, Nate's just sitting around in the background, just waiting for one of these things to hatch, because he's going to be a Brevicorn, going to get a Brevicorn. All right. Trying to breed dairy cows. Me too. I just haven't kept them warm enough, I don't think. Worry about her sleeping upside down. Judy, you can worry about it only if it's a change in behavior that you notice is a change. So something has caused that. But once again, when you get these strange behaviors, you just look at all the other signs. Do they appear healthy? Are they acting healthy throughout the day? Are they eating, they drinking, the pooping? And if they are, then you got to wait until there's something that shows up as unhealthy before you say, okay, now I got to take the next step, because there is no disease, there's no anything that sleeping upside down is a direct indication of. So we have to just look for other information. And let's see, Joanne's asking, by belly down, you mean belly up or head down? Yeah. Hangs upside down. Belly up is unsafe, though. They could burn if they're sleeping while it's daytime, yeah, then there's a huge problem. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about head down? Oh. You mean just pointed downwards? Oh, yeah, Greg. Nope, that's not a problem at all. Don't worry about that at one bit. No. Absolutely. Everything I said was if you had your chameleon hanging upside down from the branch. Head down is no problem. No problem. Genevieve, I'm waiting for my Brev to grow a bit before I get her. Hatched 2 months ago. Okay. Wait, Genevieve, has somebody hatched out Brevicorns? Oh. Genevieve, are you at liberty to share who's got Brevicorns? I didn't realize that there are people with Brevicorns. That's very cool. That's great news. All right. Love it. Okay. Well, this week is going to be, there's going to be a lot of cage building this week, a lot of the building up of the inside. And the reason everybody wondered, Bill, you keep talking about this. Why does it take you so long to build out a cage? The only reason it takes so long is when I have to document it and I have to have the cameras set up the cameras at the right angle, have to talk into the camera. Oops, change that around. How do I get this camera in here? And it becomes one thing that will take me an hour can easily take me a couple of days. Like I could have had this whole enclosure put together within an afternoon, but because I have to film it, both video and images, and talk as well, it just that's why it takes me so long to do things. So looking for carpet chameleon or pair if anyone's working with them. Well, yeah, I am. My female, if you remember, Daisy is the carpet chameleon female. I can try to get her. I'm going to try to get her. I want to show you all Daisy, see how she's doing. She has been flirting with the idea of coming down. So everybody hang tight. I'm going to get you a carpet. Hello, Daisy. Come see the people. They all want to see you. Come on. Ah, hey. Well, that's not neighborly. Wow. All right. Talk about feisty. There she is. Let's see if we can get. There we go. There is Daisy. Oh my goodness. Look at those patterns and those colors. She is not flashing the bright that she usually does. But oh my goodness. This is carpet chameleons are incredible and a fun. There we go. Are such fun to work with. If you are looking for a cool breeding project, these guys are it. They'll take smaller enclosures, even though I say, go ahead, give them a 2x2x4. But yeah, and I don't think the camera is picking it up, but this is one of the few chameleons where you have true lavender, literal lavender on. Why do you have that big black spot? Oh my goodness, she has. What is that? Okay, I don't like the look of that. It looks like she rubbed the side of her mouth. Yeah, it looked like she rubbed the side of her mouth, but there's no stomatitis, so there's no swelling on the inside. So it looks like it's in here. You guys see that? I just noticed that by putting her on the camera and looking in the camera right there below her eye. So that black, that grayish, that is not natural. That is a problem. Now, first thing I do is look inside the mouth and say, hey, is there, so it could be two things. First, it could be on the surface, like she rubbed it against something and irritated the skin. The other thing that something like that could be is a sign of something on the inside. So that's why I immediately had her open her mouth and I saw that her dental arcade is normal. It doesn't look like she's got any swelling on there. So at the very least, it's not mouth rot. And so I am guessing that she rubbed it against something. And as she is starting to look for places to lay, she may have decided to look in the potted plant instead of the nice laying bin I made for her. Anyway, girl. All right, let's see. I don't know if I can show you. I probably am not going to be able to show it. Let's see. No, this is going to be. You want to show everybody? She says, no, not anymore. All right. I'm not, so I won't be able to show you. Anyway, maybe I'll take a picture of it. Anyway, so there she is. Daisy is doing very well. And we were able to, she had flagellated protozoa, and we've been able to clean her up quite well. strangely enough, no nematodes and no coccidia. So at least not now. I do fecals, of course, every time there's poop. But yes, carpet chameleons are one of the few that give you an absolute true lavender, not just, oh, when you look at it in a dark room, it looks lavender. No, true lavender. Whatever. All right. I'm going to put her back. Is she done? Yeah. Yes, she is wild caught. She is wild caught. What are your plans for Daisy's offspring? Nick, I don't know. I'm probably just going to, I know enough people who are working with carpet chameleons that I'll make sure that they go to people who are working to breed that would like to breed F1. And so that's my plans right now. I don't do a whole lot of commercial sales of babies. I first try to look within the breeder community. Yeah. So, hey, Mikey, later second clutch had a carpet second clutch of eggs. Let's see. Brooke is saying my veiled is huge. I'm going to put her back. She didn't need to sit here for this. All right, girl. Enjoy. Go home. Yeah. All right. Come on. Yep. Yeah. See, here in the Chameleon Academy studio, the field trip comes to us. Mm-hmm. Bill, my veiled is a huge plant eater. Has devoured an entire monster in Monstera in 2 weeks. Should I be worried about lack of something in his diet, or he's just a plant eater? Brooke, as far as we can tell, and nobody knows the answer to this, but the thing that makes the most sense is it's just an instinct of them. The hypothesis that has been put forward by there's been 3 people that I've talked to that have seen veiled chameleons in the wild. And so everything that I know comes from that. I do not do YouTube research because that's just not reliable. Because of the things that I talked about before that can be confusing and misleading. But the one idea that's been proposed that makes sense is that they eat a lot of caterpillars when they're young, and they just naturally eat the plants for roughage to help them move the caterpillars. So that's one that makes sense. But we know veiled chameleons don't get nutrition, they don't get moisture. There's really no reason other than roughage. Oh, oof, almost then had trouble finding the mute button. So don't worry about it. It doesn't seem to be a problem as long as they're healthy in all other ways. That's not going to be a problem. And some veileds do more eating than others. Yeah. Derpy won't lay in her lay bin. She would rather lay her clutch in the plant's roots. And yeah, I've had panther chameleons ignore my totally perfectly formulated lay bin with rock area and a root ball with a live plant and a nice 50-50 soil sand mixture that's perfectly perfectly made, so it's easy to dig through, and they just go to the flower pot. Yeah. And I saw that in the wild too. There was you have all this area in by the trees that is very easy to dig through, and then you get to the path, the path that people used to walk, and it is packed. It is so hard to dig through. And we had I saw a panther. She was in the middle of the path digging in the packed soil. So there's a lot that we need to learn about these little guys. Desperately wanted Daisy. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Joanne asked about cricket gut load. And on my website, I say do fruits and grains for cricket gut load. And Joanne was asking about that because some people say 10% vegetable and such. Generally, what we do with gut load, we just throw everything on there. People have attempted to come up with these wonderful formulas as to what should go into gut load. And the fact is, we just do not know. We don't know what the crickets eat. I mean, some people have tried to figure out, they've done experiments. We don't know what the cricket does once the nutrients are in its body and how the chameleons use it. So there's a lot of unknown. And so when people come up with numbers, it's a logical extrapolation. And I mean, it sounds official because it's a number, but it's really an educated guess. So there's no set standards as to what gut loading is. Although that said, thank you for pointing that out. I am going to go back and I'm going to add a little bit more. It should have said fruits and vegetables, grains, fruits, vegetables. And so I will expand that a little bit more. But yeah. There we go. Genevieve's got male Honellis. Be great getting a breeding program. Yep. Yeah. Is it easy to sex the Brachysia species? Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. Like the Superciliaris, pretty easy. Pretty easy because the females are like large pancaked and the males are more skinny. And then they have a prominent hemipenes. I put so much time and effort in that Laban. Oh, Roxanne, mine was a work of art, and my art was rejected. Yeah, it sounds like chameleons like to do that to us. We try so hard. Wild veiled scat here in Florida always seem to have pepper tree berries in it. Yeah, it would be interesting to see their instinct to eat roughage. And then in Florida, they can find all sorts of different stuff. All right. Whew. So, question of the day here. Who here is actually breeding chameleons? I'm wondering who's breeding chameleons, what chameleons you're breeding. Does anybody want to breed chameleons? And please expand on why you chose what species to breed. And if you want to breed chameleons, why do you want to breed chameleons? And if you can, put that in the chat because I would very much like to discuss this. I don't have an agenda. I'm curious. I want to hear what people are doing and saying. Brooke says, I can't thank you enough for your work, inspiration, knowledge, and kindness, Bill. Feel so lucky to find your website, YouTube, and the community. It's amazing. Brooke, I am very glad that you are enjoying this outreach. And yes, well, I've got a whole lot of experience, but what makes the Chameleon Academy special is the people here in the chat, the community that is coalesced around here. And it's just wonderful. I created a garden, and these are the seeds that grew. And it's not something that you can just say, okay, this is going to happen. It just happens. And so it's a wonderful thing. And I'm glad you found us and you're enjoying it. No breeding, no plan. No breeding because of lack of knowledgeable homes. Oh, Brooke, oh my goodness. Now that is an excellent reason. Yes. Oh, it is wonderful to hear somebody who's given it that kind of thought. Yeah. Yeah. The breeding chameleons is difficult. Well, breeding is no problem. Incubating is generally no problem for the most common species. It's taking care of the babies. That's a huge problem. And then finding homes, which is a huge problem. So that's the chameleons are challenging to do the whole thing. Yep, Nick is Lateralis, Capani, and Peteri. Those are very nice. All those really cool species. Want to breed when my girl panthers grow. Want to start breeding carpet chameleons. Seems to be a good new market for them and help stop it. Chris, you are absolutely correct about carpet chameleons. It's a great market. They are in huge demand for good reason. And for anybody who wants to start a breeding project, the panther chameleon market is a difficult one to go into just because you have so many who are so established. And so even if you have the great genetics, you have to tell people why they should go to you instead of somebody else. And if you're not good at marketing, that's generally because I charge less. And that's not the road to success for most things. Carpet chameleons, on the other hand, there is so much of demand for captive hatched carpet chameleons. They are night and day different. The wild caughts are difficult and tend to die. The captive hatched are just solid, and they're just incredible species, and there's a demand for them. So carpet chameleons are a great species to work with. Help stop the import of them. Unfortunately, the fact is that the imports have nothing to do with the market. The imports are based on a scientific analysis of the populations, and quotas are generated, and so the exporters are going to export that number. The only thing we can affect is what price they're sold at. And so what we can do, though, if you are a carpet chameleon breeder, is you make it so people can get captive hatched carpet chameleons so they don't buy wild caught, and then the wild caught just go to the breeders, which is exactly what it should be. So breeding carpet chameleons does do some very solid good for the community. It's just doesn't have anything to do with the import of them. It just has to do with where the imports go, which is worthwhile. So you keep doing it. You keep doing that. Love to breed just once for the experience, but not anytime soon. All right, Stephanie, just hang tight and you can be part of our shamrock breeding. That'll be fun. Yep, Steve's working with Kaluma brevicorn. And if we can want to match up mine with his, and we can trade bloodlines and have unrelated F1s. That would be very cool. I love this community. I've learned so much. It's also caused me a bit of work to change things for a better. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, we're always working, always changing things. Breeding lateralis, 15 eggs to go now. Yeah, nice. Dark side made me do it. The dark side, that Illuminati. My cams are ready to go, and a lot of people waiting for me to succeed. Yep. Mikey, very excited for you to succeed. Offensive Barb, hello. I remember you've been here before. I am looking to switch my diet to mostly silkworms. Well, okay. Okay, silkworms are great, although make sure you have something like dubias or crickets or something for roughage. You want to have a bit of a balance there. Matthew's got Bomi. Nice. Oh, doing great outside. Loving wild fruit flies outside by my passion fruit. Oh, you just said so many of the right things there. Oh my goodness. I love passion flowers. And yeah, if you can keep them outside, everybody, if you can keep your babies outside, you just put a cup of fruit out there, and boy, it's just swarming with fruit flies, and the babies just do great. Ty's thinking about Brookesia when her life gets to the point where it is appropriate for breeding. You're going to see some very cool Brookesia in Madagascar. Yeah, you're going to see. Can't guarantee, but you probably, if all goes well, you might see Superciliaris and Theli and Baroni. But we don't see Baroni here in captivity. We do see Superciliaris, Therenzeni, which I didn't see, but we could see, and Theli. Yeah. I'd like to breed. Haven't landed on a species that makes me feel like we're a match yet. Really like the idea of being able, like a single clutch a year breeder, but don't want to jump until it's right. Nate, perfect. Yeah. Wait until you find one that really speaks to you, and then just settle with it. There's so much satisfaction that can be done when you go deep with one species instead of spread yourself out over a lot of species. Been there, done that. I can tell you from experience. So I think you're doing it the right way. Howard's looking for new homes. I assume you mean home. You're going to be moving? Hey. I almost bought 5 Wilsey the other day. It's hard to say. Oh, yeah, especially Wilsey. What the heck? You didn't buy them? What's wrong with you? I am not a good influence. It has been said before. Are silkworms a complete diet? No, nothing is a complete diet. So I know people who sell them sometimes will say things like that, but they are nutritious and they're definitely a good part of a diet, but nothing is a complete diet. So keep mixing them up. I do silkworms, dubia, superworms, and crickets, and then those are my staples. So I have 4 staples, and I'm happy with that. And then I just add in other things to mix it up. But hey, I don't like this whole. This is my staple feeder. Well, no, I have 4 staple feeders, and I tell you, I mean, some people have done it. I mean, people have done it. Raise their chameleons only on crickets, and so it can be done. But we here at the Chameleon Academy, we like to talk about what's best for the chameleon, and having a varied diet is what's best. Ooh. Wait a minute. Off to celebrate Shamrock Chameleon Day. Yeah, good. Wait, is today? Oh my goodness, today is St. Patrick's Day. Bye, Don. How many are breeding shamrocks? No, me. But I have a number of people who want to work with the F1s. So right now I am breeding a bunch of wild caught. I'm acclimating a bunch of wild caught, and I am producing hopefully numerous lines of F1s, hopefully. And then I have a number of people who are wanting to join in the F1. And so this is a whole project thing. We want to do small batch breeding as a group. And so it's a whole big project. So right now, not many, but many are planning on it. Spearmint and wintergreen should be chore night mascots tomorrow. Yeah, but then I'd have to bring them into the kitchen. I don't know how you guys doing? They're doing. You guys want to see in the end? Oh, wait a minute. Somebody is being very good to me. Nick, thank you very much. Happy birthday, Yvette. Here's to our dinner. Yes, everybody. Next weekend is. Oh yeah, I should say before we get to the end. Next weekend I will be taking off. It's Yvette's birthday, and I am spending 3 days without being on social media. I'm just in 3 days doing fun stuff with Yvette and letting her know how special she is with me, to me. And so next weekend I will not have a live session. Don't know what I'm going to do because I love these live sessions so much, but I will survive. And I'm excited to have just a fun time with Yvette. So next weekend, not here. But Nick, thank you very much. I will use that appropriately, and I will spoil Yvette with dinner. And there's going to be a lot of dinners, fun dinner stuffs. Thank you very much. Let's see. I don't think myself as a breeder, but at the moment I'm working panthers and xanthophyllas. Yeah, you weren't a breeder, but you certainly are a caretaker of babies. It's hard to find a breeder who work with males. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine. I don't know what it's like in Finland. Bill, do you regularly swap in superworms? Would you say 25? Nate, I just do whatever I feel like. I don't have any specific schedule. I say, it just feels like a silkworm day. I have a subscription to silkworms, and I have a subscription to I have a subscription to silkworms through Fram's Camps, and I have a subscription to dubia roaches through Gold Coast Roaches. And my wife regularly brings in crickets and superworms, and so whenever they hit, I feed a lot of them, and so it's ebbs and flows. Yes, grasshoppers. Dean's been working hard on that. We need to support him in that. And your kid Cam staple diets have staple diet. Yes, they do. They do. All right. We want fecals of what? Wintergreen wants a worm. Oh yeah, I probably could. I don't know if I could, how I could do it so I could bring this so you could see. But the problem with wintergreen, let me see if I can. I don't know if I can do this. I may be able to, because I can't do it for wintergreen because she's in back and she takes forever to do anything. But spearmint, let's see if I can move this around. You guys want to see spearmint snag a silkworm? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if we can do this. I've been moving things around, so it's absolutely not clean in here. But let's see. All right, can you see? See, if you see way in back, that's the cheap. Let's see. All right, come on. There we go. That's my cheap. Oh no! Don't go anywhere. Can you see spearmint? Now he's hightailing. He says, "What the heck?" No, spearmint. Look, I got good stuff for you. Everybody wants me to give you good stuff. Here. Can you guys see him? You can see him. Yes. All right. So, all right, we're just going to be here. How do I don't know how I can get it to focus on him when I'm here. Oh, there he goes. I think he's going to go for it. Can you guys see him in the background? There he goes. Yeah. Ah, woohoo. I'll get out of the frame. All right, we'll see. We got one more. Bye, Mikey. Yeah, okay, I'm going to get out of the frame again, and we're going to see. I wonder if I can. I'm going to see if I can zoom in. All right. I'm not. It doesn't look like. I'll have to figure out how to zoom in, but I'm going to go ahead and see if he'll eat another one, and I'll try to get out of the way. Yeah, spearmint just went through a whole regimen of flagell, and so he isn't as happy with me as he has been in the past. He's still a little annoyed with me. Now, I've tried to give him his medicine while he's sleeping, so he just thinks it's a bad dream. I'm not sure if I convinced him of that, but that's what I tried to do. Oh, Yvonne, you're in Puerto Rico. Yeah, it's hot there. You'd have to find probably a species like panther chameleon would do fine there. They come from low elevations. Yeah, he's not going for it. All right. Well, we at least got one zap out of them. And I won't try wintergreen because she just takes forever. And she is always all the way back. You notice in my vlogs when I show I'm giving wintergreen a silkworm, it's always just my hand. And then the silkworm suddenly disappears because she's hiding in some bushes. How old is spearmint? Unknown, Mikia. It is unknown. Spearmint is a wild caught. All of these are wild caught, and so I don't know the ages. And so there's no captive hatched. So we're trying to establish captive hatched here. Oh, you want to say hello? Hey, everybody. Yvette's joining.
I have to go close because it's going to,
That's right.
Go where the head is.
Happy birthday next week.
Thank you.
That's Yvette. For those who don't know, that's Yvette, my wife. She's wonderful. Yeah. Let's see. How do you feel about bamboo sticks or chameleons or mixture of bamboo and natural? I don't like bamboo. They're too slick, and I just don't like them. I do not like it, so I don't use it. I mean, I've got so many branches around, natural branches, and I really like my sycamore branches. So there's no reason for me to do anything else. So, all right. Look at you, Bill, showing off your hot wife. That's right. Anything for the views. Oh, all right, everybody. We are coming to the end of today's live session. I will be back tomorrow for a chameleon chore night because I still got to do chores. And then the next time, and then I'll be doing my live on Tuesday. So I won't be doing the vlogs in the morning, but there will be on Wednesday, there will be a DIY chameleon, guys. That's not the vlog. So I will be there Wednesday at 5 a.m. with the DIY chameleon guys. And, but no other vlogs until a week from Tuesday. And then things start again. So, whew. All right, everybody. For those who want to see me again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, I'll be making fruit fly cultures and just shooting the breeze with anybody who wants to drop by and say hello. And you're welcome to do chameleon chores of your own, and we can all do it together. So anyway, thank you very much, and I will see you later.